one day. Welcome to the Magic Mile, New Hampshire Motor Speedway for today's championship race in the 2023 season spring section here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Flat Dover, that's basically what it is a flat Dover. Not the most exciting track. Homestead got washed out in rain. Also has some glitches, because I know this isn't a realist thing, or else it's like a real thing. So we headed to New Hampshire for 46 laps to figure out who the 2023 champion for the Custom Cup is. Today should be a fun race, 46 laps, 46 miles. And now let's meet the championship 4 drivers. Out of the last 3 races, all of them were in the round of 8. He is easily the hottest driver in the league right now. Look out, JC Giovanni, 3 wins on the year, 2 in the last 3 races. Look out for him to be able to pull one off today here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway to win the championship. Nickly Ben, probably the best driver this season. Probably the most consistent driver, isn't top of the points. We'll learn about him later. But Kelsey Heaven with a few wins this season. Very good. Pretty much everywhere. She's been good on the road courses, hasn't won because there were 2 road course races and they were won both by Daisy Stone, who, to the surprise of almost everybody, is not racing in this championship race or is not racing for a championship. Look out for the 11. Kelsey Heaven to be fast here today at New Hampshire. By the name of Terry Hanson. I don't remember how many wins he has. I think it's 2, maybe 1. So he is the most winless driver, or tied for the most winless driver in this championship 4. But has also been probably the most consistent driver in this championship 4. Look out for the 24 of Terry Hanson to be lightning fast here today at the Magic Mile, New Hampshire Motor Speedway. The guy to beat all season long with 4 wins. At one point he had 3 of them in a row. GREYSON hasn't been red hot lately, but he's the points leader. He has 4 wins. He's led the most laps. You can't not pick this guy to come out on top today and win the championship. He's been clutch when it's needed. It's the 18 of GREYSON side by side here in practice with the 20 of JC Giovanni. Hopefully we see some of that today as we are ready to go for the championship race here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway right now. Let's meet the starting lineup for today's race. Going off in position 31 in the number 25 Chevrolet is Chase Murphy in row 16, and then in row 15 is the 17 of Derek Jones and the 7 of Isaiah McGlinty in row 15. In row 14 is Delaney Lombardo and Michael Mall. Row 13 Harry Murphy, Brooks Hansen. Row 12 it's JC Giovanni and Wyatt Emma. Row 11 Luca Marino and Dave Hanson. JC Giovanni, championship 4 driver, has work to do. Row number 10 is Sam Hoffman and Addison Stone. Row number 9 is Toby Stone and Josh Emma. Row number 8, Olivia Hanson and Mason Simser. Row number 7 is Carter Simser and Jake Emma. Row number 6, Lucas Hanson and Gavin Alabrandi. Row number 5 is Daisy Stone and Will Hanson. Row number 4, going off in 7th, championship 4 driver Kelsey Heaven, and going off in 8th is the 88 of Adam Heaven. Row number 3, going off in position number 6 is Grant Hemmer, and next to him going off 5th is Ben Hemmer. And row number 2, going off in 4th is Ashton Murphy, and in the inside of him going off in 3rd is Ethan Hanson. Now the front row for the championship 4 race. They're both on the championship 4. Going off in position number 2 in the number 24 Chevrolet, Terry Hanson. And on the pole, he's been the best guy all season long, trying to get the championship and possibly his 5th win of the season. It's GREYSON. There you have it, the starting lineup for the final race of the season. 31 drivers trying to win, but 4 of them have something even more than a win. a championship, and lots of bragging rights. It's almost time for the command to fire the engines here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway for the Championship 4. We are ready to go for 46 laps of high-speed racing here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Now it's time for the command.
Drivers, start your engines.
There we go. The command has been fired for 46 miles to figure out who the 2023 Spring Champion is. GREYSON GOETZ will lead him off of pit road, and next to him will be the 24 of Terry HANSON. Welcome to the final race of the 2023 season. It's race number 22. We are ready for probably what should be a very exciting race. 3 Championship 4 drivers starting inside the top 7. The 20 of JC Giovanni is 24th. He has lots of work to do. Will we see an epic battle between the 18, the 24, and the 11 for the championship? But the 4 of Ethan Hansen is hungry for his first win, going off in 3rd. He'd definitely want to spoil that if it meant getting a win. That also goes for the 14 of Grant Hammer and the 5 of Ben Hammer. They've been very good. Now, as the pace car pulls in to pit road, down onto the front straightaway, this is the moment we've been waiting for all season long. The final race of the season is underway. All of them going to turn number 1. The 4 immediately takes them 3 wide. Look at this racing through turns 1 and 2. They're 3 wide for the lead off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, they're 3 wide for the lead. Kelsey Hammer making some moves, trying to get into the top 5 after just 1 lap on the bottom of the 15. Look at that top lane go. Now the 48 charges back, still side by side for the lead with our 2 Championship 4 drivers. The quest of JC Giovanni will start him off in position 23. He got 1 spot on the first lap. If he does that, he'll end up in the front. Now the 18, not able to clear the 4 yet as they come down the back straightaway here into turns 3 and 4. I bet he'll end up getting them there. Big run on the top for the 24. Kelsey Hammer onto the bumper of the 4, trying to get into position number 4. Now as they come down the front straightaway to finish lap 2 of 46, the 18 is going to clear the 24 and now has the lead in this championship race. Can he drive away? Top 5 cars are single filed, and it's side by side for 6th. It's the 14 and the 88 who also was a shocker, getting out in the first round because of blowing an engine at Charlotte. That was really frustrating for him. As the 24 isn't going away without a fight, sticks his nose to the bottom, pulls up behind him now. Now the 848 goes up to the top. The 11 got under the 4, trying to take position number 4 from him. Seems like the top is faster in 3 and 4, the bottom's faster in 1 and 2. Here comes the 24 back to the bottom, trying to take the lead. There's that run from the 18. The 4 got a run. Still side by side down the front straightaway. I have a feeling the 11's going to get him here. The 24 pulls back up in line again. Side by side for 4th. 3 out of the top 4 drivers are now Championship 4 drivers as the 11 is so close to completing this pass. Giovanni still in 23rd. He needs to go take a quick peek at how he is doing. He has lots of work to do. Look at how many cars are in front of him compared to how many are behind him. He's still running in 23rd and is 4 seconds off the lead. 3 wide here. Looks like there's some contact. As you go back up to the front, the 24 and the 18 have settled in. The 48 all over the bumper of the 24. The 11 has cleared the 4 for position number 4. Now can she drive away? 3 of the top 4 drivers are racing for the Championship 4. Oh, and there's trouble! And that was the 20 of Giovanni! And his championship hopes were just eliminated in that wreck. It took him 7 laps for it to happen, but caution number 1 is out. And that 20 car does not look like it has too much damage. Should be able to continue racing, but probably most likely from last or second to last, depending on if the 9 or the 6 is eliminated from contention. The 20 is definitely going to be okay. But now let's take a look at what happened off of turn number 4 here at New Hampshire. The 20 hooked the 9, he wrecked himself. Oh yeah, wrecked himself, the 9 came back up. Ooh, big hit for the 9, he's gonna be done. Most likely that'll be the same for the 6. Let's take another look at it on board with the 6, who had nowhere to go. Here's the point of view for the 6, you can see the 20 up ahead. Then right there. Avoids the 20, but the 9, nowhere for him to go. So caution number 1 of the day, everyone pulls off the pit road, and the race leader is still the 18 of GREYSON GOETZ. Oh, GOETZ had a bad pit stop, he's still on the pits. The 24 is going to beat him, and the 18 is going to get passed by the 11 even, and the 4 possibly. And these are all the wave arounds, I believe. The 16 has a stalling. So we gotta figure out when everything's gonna get situated. Oh, these guys are coming down the pits now. Actually, the race leader is the 24. And all of these cars in front of him should be taking the wave around. Or dropping to the back. Yep, there it is. So, the top 4 now, still 3 out of the top 4 at Championship 4, but GOETZ lost 3 spots. It's Terry Hansen, he's in the final 4. But then Ashton Murphy isn't, but then Hemmer and GOETZ are. And Cola Giovanni still running 23rd, but is going to be a lap down. We are 2 by 2. Pace car is in. And the green flag is back in the air at New Hampshire. Into turn number 1, the 11 dives up the inside, 3 wide for the lead. Both starts or restarts now have had 3 wide racing for the lead. Down the back straightaway, here they come. Does the 18 want to try something? He's gonna have that run at the top. Way into the corner. 3 wide for the race lead down the front straightaway for the championship. Lap 12 out of 46. So they work their way down the back straightaway. Look at the 24 go, able to clear them. And the 11 is going to be busy with the 4 again for the 2nd time today. Down the front straightaway to complete lap number 13. A lot of cars off the pace. The 9's out of the race, 30 cars currently racing. And only 13 of them are on the lead lap the way the pit cycle ended up working. So that caution hurt a lot of people. 13 cars are on the lead lap. Simser's the first car on the lead lap. Cola Giovanni. He's a lap down, but he's up to position number 17. Or 16. 31.380. Fastest lap of the race right now is the 48 of Ashton Murphy. And it was just ran that last lap up to the back bumper of the 24. Kelsey Hemmer dropped another spot. GOETZ drops all the way back to position number 7. So GOETZ and Hemmer are struggling on this restart. As now Terry Hansen isn't having much threat to lose the championship. He could still drop 2 spots. He could be a 2nd lap slower for the next 2 laps. It would still only be up to the back bumper of the 4. He looks like he's much faster than the rest of the field. He does not look like someone you want to mess with. As he just ran one of the fastest laps of the race on older tires. This 4 car seems wicked fast. 30.994 last time by. This time was a little bit slower than the leader. Actually, everyone was that time. Fastest lap of the race for Addison Stone. He just ran 31.204. He currently runs in 7th. Cole Giovanni up to 15th, but he's a lap down, so his championship hopes, like I said, are probably done. GOETZ is all the way back to 8th. He is not having the speed he was expected to have after starting on the pole. Neither is Kelsey Hemmer back and 4th, and right now it looks like Terry Hanson's championship to lose, as we are almost halfway done here at the Magic Mile. So they work their way down the back straightaway with about a half-second lead over the 48 and the 4. But the 4 seems wicked fast. He tried sending it up the inside, wasn't able to get there. So they work their way back down the front straightaway. Oh, trouble! That's the 18! Oh, they're gonna save it! We almost lost our second championship 4 driver there. Almost the same issue that the 20 had in turn number 4. This was wicked close to being a disaster for the 18. Oh, we kept it off the wall. What a save. And that was almost our second caution of the day and almost a disaster for the 18. His day had already gone bad enough in pit road after leading the first few laps. Look at how close this was. Great driving, and only lost a couple spots actually in it. He's back in 10th, right along with the 11. You can see she's starting to lose him. 2 seconds off the leader. Terry Hanson has 2 seconds on has a 2-second advantage on the next championship 4 driver, but only half a second back to some hungry cars who haven't won in forever. The 20 doesn't have a win yet this year, and Ashton Murphy has been one of the most average mid-tier drivers after winning the first race of the season by 9 seconds at Chicagoland. And we have announced next year we will be replacing Sonoma with the Chicago Street Course. Because that announcement came in earlier today. So no Sonoma next year, it'll be Chicago Street Course. And Daisy Stone has been the road bringer of the Custom Cup this season, winning both road course races at Watkins Glen and Sonoma. As this 24 can't drive away, but isn't really getting pulled in. As we take a look at a spot-by-spot rundown of the field. JC Cole Giovanni currently in 15th. Grayson GOETZ does not have the speed he had before that wreck. So he drops 5 more spots that lap, all the way back to 16th. Or he's in 10th. He's still in 10th, it's just these lap cars are actually going faster than him. Right now the leader is the 24, then it's the 48, and then the 4. Then it's 2 seconds back to the next final 4 driver, who is this car right here, the 11 of Daisy Stone. The Daisy Stone of the 11 with Kelsey Hemmer. Daisy Stone all over the bumper. You can see the top 3 cars all evenly spaced out up ahead. All over the bumper right now. Down this back straightaway. You don't have to shift here. You get close to having to go into 3rd gear in the corners, but you don't have to. So all of these guys who don't like shifting is a big huge relief, as it can run this whole track in 4th gear. The top 3 cars separated by only 0.8 of a second, but then it's almost 2 seconds from 3rd place back to 4th place. And that battle is heating up as Addison Stone now runs in 6th after getting by the 88. We're over halfway through the Championship 4 race with 1 caution that came out on lap number 7. Because JC Cole Giovanni turned the 9 down into a wall and spun out. As turn has been the big trouble spot today, with a near miss for the 18 of GREYSON GOETZ, who now currently sits in 10th. But the 11th place car all over his back bumper. Giovanni in 14th, a great drive back. If he was on the lead lap, be the conversation to win, as he is the first car a lap down. But there is no, like, lucky dog, because this game is so old. So the last car a lap down does not get back on the lead lap if there's a caution, which would have been huge for Giovanni if we did. As the 11 down the back straightaway, the 88 making moves on the 19. And he's been very fast. He might be a contender next year to actually win this championship. The 41 of Will Hanson has been consistently putting together top 10 finishes these last few races, as the gap continues to grow from 4th up to the leaders. But the gap for the lead is about the same. Not that it matters. Terry Hanson could finish 3 seconds farther back than he is right now and still win. That's 3.18 seconds back from 3rd place up to position number 4. Let's do a full flyby of the field now as they come down the front straightaway at 150 miles an hour before braking. You can see the gap. There's the cats. So a lot of these Championship 4 drivers, other than the 24 and the 11, are not having very good days. So we work our way up through the field, down this front straightaway. They're starting to get spaced out, and you wonder if that might be the only caution we get today. It's not the 31, still on the bumper of the 11. The 4 just lost, completely lost the lead, the 24, and the 48 just had a very quick lap, and it's up pretty much to the bumper. It's right along with the 4 for a lap. And the yellow flag's out. GREYSON GOETZ blew an engine. And the championship favorite for pretty much the entire season now has engine failures down the front straightaway. Oh, he spun. In the same spot the 20 did. The 5 turned him off of turn number 4 and just ended his season. Oh, that's a big hit too. And GOETZ season. Oh, he got hit again by the 32. And GOETZ season ends in a very, very hard hit. And that's got to be so annoying to get turned by a guy not even racing for the championship. Ends your season. Although GOETZ didn't give him much room, so you can't really tell who's at fault. That's a big hit. Then gets hit again by the 32 right now, right there. I don't know who's at fault. We'll go watch this one again, frame by frame. So GOETZ gave him room. That was the 5 just ran into the back of him. Let's go on board with the 5 now, and this might not be there might not be some very friendly words exchanged at the end of this one. I mean, you just ruined your season. Let's go on board with the 5, completely ruining the 18's season. Just right into the back of them. Here's the 32's view of the impact. And the 16 almost getting into him too. That was great driving by the 16 actually. See the swerve after the 32 hits him. Barely, almost hit him again, but the 32's out of the race. The 18's out of the race. And that means his season's over. Pit stops have concluded, and all of these cars have a wave around to take. And right now, the leader is the one man who hasn't won a race yet this season, and that was why he missed the playoffs. Ethan Hanson. Followed by the 31, then the 19. The first Championship 4 driver, still Terry Hanson, but the 48 separates them. So a couple guys pitted, a couple guys didn't. As the lap cars should be dropping back soon, there they go. Pace car lights are off. We're side by side, 2 by 2, whatever you want to call it. As 2 by 2 they go. The battle for the championship is the 24 and the 11. Giovanni is still a lap down. So are the 11. So are the 47 and the 2 now. 10 cars on the lead lap. The pit cycles have been really weird today. They're side by side for the championship technically right now. The 11 and the 24 now traffic. They've been tested on everything. They've been tested on pit stops, they've been tested on restarts, they've been tested on clean air, and now they're being tested on traffic. The 24 seems like to handle it very solidly on this first lap. Is this the day the 4 finally breaks through on the last race of the season? As they come to 11 laps to go in the season. Right now, the 11, all over the back bumper of the 24, but it has to get by them to win the championship. As now he's going to go to the top. Does he have a run? Yes, he does. They're side by side. Coming to 10 laps to go. This is the race for the championship. Most likely, none of these guys will win. And for the first time in a while, the 4 Custom Cup veteran. He's been with us all 3 seasons. Ethan Hanson. Trying to get his first win since the Palm Springs 500 in the old Custom Cup, which was almost a year and a half ago, before everything went downhill. This was the first official season. Finally starting to get his rhythm. He's finished in the top 10 almost every race in the playoffs since that happened. And our championship battle, they're still side by side now with 9 laps to go. Now the 11's going to clear him. Can he pull down in front? Yes, she can. Kelsey Hammer to the lead, trying to take the championship away from the 24. GOETZ led the first few laps. Then the caution came out. Then it was the 24's race. Now it's the 11's race. And now the 48's separating them, and the 11 is driving away from the 24. But 2 of the sport's most popular drivers are in the top 3 right now with Addison Stone and Ethan Hanson. But you got the 11 driving away from the 24. The 24 has to get by the 48, and does the 48 let him by? Because he knows she's not racing for anything bigger, not even close, than what this 24 is. But now the 41 is trying to drive around the 24. And now Addison Stone pulls in front of the 31. So now the 2 most well-known drivers in the series are going to be racing for a win. Stone already has 1. Hanson has 0. And hasn't won since the beginning of last season, which was a year and a half ago. Now as they work their way down the front straightaway, there's 6 laps to go. Can the 24 catch up, or do we get a late race caution? Well, caution would have to come out within the next lap or so. Otherwise, the race would end under yellow, which would definitely mean the 24 would not win, but it has to get around this 48. He's half a second behind the 11, but that could get worse if he stays behind this 48 for too long. 5 laps to go. The 4 has the lead, trying to hold off the 19 for his first win of the season on the last day of the season. Cole Giovanni, what a drive back to 13th, but he's a lap down. Now he's going to lose 14th anyways. As the battle for the championship, Murphy's separating them, and the 24 doesn't like that. Is it going to be the 11 or the 24? 4 laps to go. But right now, I think the 11's got it, but there's a good battle for the lead that might form here. If the 48 passes the 11, then nothing's separating them. And right now, I think the 48 is faster than the 11. Now he's going to go to the inside, which would open the door for the 24 to try to do something with 2.5 laps to go next time by. So they worked their way into 3 and 4 with 2 laps to go in the season. The 11 of Kelsey Hemmer struggled at the start, got a couple wins, and now has been red hot into turns 1 and 2 for the second to last time of the season. The 24 can't get by the 48, just doesn't have the speed. Now they're side by side for the lead. Who's going to win the race? We know who's going to win the championship unless something bad, terribly bad happens, like a blown engine, like what we thought GOETZ had at first. White flag is in the air, 1 lap to go until we figure out who our champion is. Side by side for the lead, this race for the win might be more exciting than the race for the championship, as the 19 clears the 4 and just completely heartbreaks all of these Hanson's fans. Now in turn 3 and 4, can the 4 do something back? No, he's on the top. Does he have a run? Onto the front straightaway. The 19 of Addison Stone wins the race, but more importantly, your Custom Cup champion is Kelsey Hemmer. As our season concludes, and a very deserving driver wins our championship. She finished 7th, fought through a lot in this race. It looked like the 18 at first, then it looked like the 24, and then the 11 steals it in a late race caution. What a race, what a season. Congratulations to the 19 on getting his 2nd win of the season, but the 11 of Kelsey Hemmer is your champion. The Custom Cup champion is Kelsey Hemmer. Been very exciting to sit up here, do these races all season long. Been very fun up here, very entertaining. Thank all of you for being with us this season, and don't worry, we still have the summer-fall season, and then the 2nd ever winter-spring season, which is what just concluded. What a season, what a race. It's been fun up here in the booth. We've had a lot of fun. We've seen a lot of great races, a lot of hard crashes. Today was definitely a classic, as it was the first ever championship race. Congratulations to the 19 on winning, and the 11 on winning the championship. We'll see you for the summer-fall season in a few weeks. Good night, goodbye, and we'll see you next season.